What if 3 gentle movements done beside a chair or even while sitting could help wake up stiff legs and support the natural muscle activity that helps move blood through your lower body? If your legs feel heavy, tired, swollen, cold, or uncomfortable after sitting, stay with me. We will go through 3 simple movements that many older adults can perform at home. And just as importantly, we will discuss which symptoms should not be ignored. Because the phrase poor circulation can mean different things to different people. Sometimes it refers to stiffness after sitting, sometimes it refers to swelling or heaviness, and sometimes it may point to a condition that needs medical attention. So today we are focusing on gentle movement, not quick fixes, extreme stretching, or miracle claims. Your lower legs contain muscles that work with every step you take. When these muscles contract, they help support movement and assist the body's natural process of returning blood upward toward the heart. This is one reason that sitting still for a long time can make your legs feel stiff, heavy, or uncomfortable. The goal is not to force your body. The goal is to gently remind your legs to move. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up and maybe even a comment. Any support for the channel helps us grow and continue to make more of these videos. Now, if you are ready, let us begin with the simplest movement. Movement number 1 is the seated ankle pump. This is a simple movement, but it is one of the easiest ways to begin moving your lower legs after sitting. Start by sitting in a sturdy chair with both feet resting comfortably on the floor. Keep your knees relaxed. Now, slowly lift the front of both feet so your toes move toward your shins. You should feel a gentle stretch along the ankles and lower legs. Then, slowly point your toes away from you. Move back and forth between these 2 positions. That is 1 ankle pump. Continue for 15 to 20 comfortable repetitions. There is no need to move quickly. In fact, slower movement may help you stay more controlled and notice how your body feels. Try to keep your legs relaxed and avoid gripping your toes. You should not feel sharp pain, burning pain, or a sudden increase in numbness. If you do, stop the movement. Here is where many people make a mistake. They assume that a movement must be intense to be useful. But for someone who has been sitting for several hours, a small amount of controlled movement may be a much more realistic starting point. Movement number 2 is seated marching. This movement activates more than just the ankles. It gently engages the hips and thighs while encouraging you to alternate movement from one side to the other. Sit tall, but do not make your back rigid. Keep both feet flat on the floor. Now, slowly lift one foot a few inches from the floor. Lower it gently. Then lift the other foot. Continue alternating in a slow, comfortable rhythm. You can begin with 10 lifts on each side. If that feels comfortable, rest for a few seconds and complete another round. Your movement does not need to be large. If lifting your feet high feels difficult, simply lighten one foot at a time while keeping your toes close to the floor. The important part is alternating sides without holding your breath. Try breathing in naturally, then breathing out as each foot lowers. And remember, seated marching is not a race. If your hips or knees feel uncomfortable, reduce the height of the movement. If you feel dizzy, stop and rest. But here's the interesting part. The value of this movement is not only the number of repetitions, it is also the habit of interrupting long periods of stillness. Here is where it gets even more interesting. The most useful routine is often not the one that feels the hardest. It is the one you can perform consistently and safely. If this information is helping you, leave a comment saying "moving" so I know you are following along. And if you know someone who sits for long periods and often complains about heavy or stiff legs, consider sharing this video with them. Now let us move to the third exercise, the movement that focuses more directly on the calf muscles. Movement number 3 is the supported heel raise. For this movement, stand behind a sturdy chair or next to a secure countertop. Place both hands lightly on the support. Keep your feet about hip width apart. make sure the chair or countertop cannot slide. Now, slowly lift both heels so you rise gently onto the balls of your feet. Pause for 1 comfortable second. Then, lower your heels back to the floor with control. That is 1 heel raise. Begin with 8 to 10 repetitions. If standing feels unsteady, do not continue without support. You can also perform a smaller version by lifting your heels only slightly. The movement should feel controlled, not forceful. Avoid bouncing. Avoid locking your knees. And keep your weight spread evenly across both feet. As you become more comfortable, you may gradually build toward 2 rounds. But more is not automatically better. Your goal is to finish feeling that your legs have moved, not exhausted, shaky, or painful. If you have significant balance problems, recent surgery, severe joint pain, or a condition that limits exercise, speak with your healthcare professional before trying standing movements. So how often should you perform these movements? For many people, a practical starting point is 1 comfortable round once or twice a day. You can also use the seated movements after a long period of sitting. For example, after watching television, working at a desk, or traveling in a car. Some people find it helpful to perform a few ankle pumps every 30 to 60 minutes during extended sitting. This does not replace walking, medical treatment, or a personalized exercise plan. It simply gives your legs a regular opportunity to move. You can think of it as a movement break. Start with what feels manageable. Then, if your body responds well, gradually build consistency. The key is to pay attention to your symptoms rather than trying to push through them. Now we need to discuss an important safety point. Do not assume every swollen, cold, numb, or painful leg is simply a circulation problem caused by age. Contact a healthcare professional if your symptoms are persistent, worsening, or interfering with normal movement. Seek urgent medical help for sudden swelling in one leg, especially if it is painful, warm, or red. You should also seek immediate care if leg symptoms occur with chest pain, severe shortness of breath, fainting, or sudden weakness. A foot that suddenly becomes very cold, pale, blue, or severely painful also requires prompt attention. And if you have wounds on your feet or lower legs that are not healing, tell your healthcare professional. These movements are intended as gentle general education. They are not a treatment for blocked arteries, blood clots, heart problems, nerve disease, or any other medical condition. If you have diabetes, peripheral artery disease, heart disease, recent surgery, or a history of blood clots, ask your doctor what type of movement is appropriate for you. Let us review the 3 gentle movements. First, seated ankle pumps. Move your toes toward your shins, then point them away. Second, seated marching. Lift 1 foot at a time and alternate slowly. Third, supported heel raises. Hold a sturdy support, lift your heels gently, and lower them with control. These movements are simple, but simple does not mean unimportant. When performed safely and consistently, they can help you interrupt long periods of sitting and keep your lower body muscles involved in daily movement. The goal is not to chase a dramatic overnight result. The goal is to create a small routine your body can tolerate and your schedule can support. Which of these 3 movements are you most likely to try first? Ankle pumps, seated marching, or supported heel raises? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this video useful, subscribe to Healthy Senior Choices for more simple nutrition, movement, and healthy aging guidance for adults over 60. Remember, if a symptom is sudden, severe, or unusual for you, do not try to manage it only with exercises. Speak with a qualified healthcare professional. Small changes lead to big results. One healthy choice at a time.